Why, hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, as always. And today, my friends, we continue our LOTRO Tales series, right where we left off in the previous episode, like I promised. So if you had to wait a day or so for this, or if you're binge watching the series, welcome back, welcome back. All right, my friends, let's do this. So where we left off is we're helping the Ranger Haldir with a couple of tasks. Aragorn has summoned the Grey Company, like in the books, to help him in the south during, again, the Two Towers books, right? Technically, I think it starts in the Fellowship, right? But not really super relevant here, but we are beating up some Agmarum, which are evil servants in Angmar, basically. So we're in the far north of Middle-earth. Angmar, if you don't remember, is the original evil kingdom of the Witch King of Angmar back in the Second Age. Who, yes, he is alive, right? Because you see him in the... But he's technically not here leading. There's a couple other baddies, and we have to destroy 3 statues that are basically symbols that we're hoping will demoralize these baddies and then go home. That's the goal. And, of course, the ones that I'm beating and yelling right now will no longer threaten anyone in the north, including the Shire and Bree and so on. These guys would not hesitate for a moment to skin me alive if they got the chance. And I prefer to keep my skin on, personally. I need it. It's important. All right. Say it like Pippin. It's important. Nice crispy bacon. As long as it's not my skin. That's a creepy thought. All right. I'm trying. Where is the statue? So in the last one, I thought it'd be real quick to find, but I know it's around here somewhere. Let's see. This place is big. You, sir, get out of my way. I have floating names on for a reason. Ah, there's one of the statues. There's the first one we need to defeat. So you, Mr. Artifact Man, you're terrified of that artifact somehow? It's a statue, man. Alright. Alright, there we go. Let me just check one thing quick with my sound. Everything looks good to me. Alright, we're good? Right, this is the statue of Amarthelia. No, excuse me. Amartheal. Amartheal? Amartheal? Anyway, it's one of the bad right-hand people that's kind of like trying to rebuild Angmar with the Witch King. The Lord of the Rings Online goes through a whole backstory of that. Amazing job. Very respectful to Tolkien, how they do the lore. It's very well done. We're going to destroy this statue by staring at it. And that's it. That's the power of stare. It's very effective. Blows things up. Alright, so now that we know that's where one of the statues are, I already have it memorized where I went. So we have to find the other statues, which may be up these staircases. So up we go. We're inside some cavern area that is, again, they're trying to set up camp. It's very near the lands of the North Downs, which technically has a lot of free peoples in it. Humans, mainly. Technically, the Earth can live here as well, which are a totally different race, which you will only know about if you play Lord of the Rings Online. Technically made up for the Lord of the Rings Online, but I think they are an excellent addition to the story. In fact, a lot of the stuff they made up in Lord of the Rings Online is like, dang, that's really good. Alright, Statue of Mordorith. Another big baddie, which we are going to stare at and then make it explode. Explode! Oh, yes. And then that's where you hop down. So I came that way before, but I don't want to go that way. I want to find the last statue, which is the statue of the Witch King of Angmar. Hey, you. Out of my way. Khazad, I menu. Alright. I used to joke all the time like you're naming someone. Khazad, I name you. And then I just throw out a random name when I yelled it. You know, Jimmy, Rob. It's like, what? Yes, that was me in high school. I used to troll all my kinship mates. Moving on. You guys are like, but you're trolling us. I'm like, well, you're my subscribers, so you're great. So I thought I'd just make a joke. All right, so let's see if the last one is towards this way. I'm assuming it would be. This place is quite a maze. I will give it that. Also, I love it. I don't know if you guys hear that change in audio. Walking on the dirt versus this metal versus the wood on the bridge. It's kind of cool. I admire those little things that this game has. Really adds to the whole feel of being engrossed in this world of Middle-earth. I think Lord of the Rings Online is one of those games that's kind of like a master class in how do you do a game right. Let's put it that way. There's lots of good games out there in the world, obviously, but for any other Lord of the Rings games that may come in the future, Lord of the Rings Online, keep LOTRO in mind. Of course, you can do an updated version, right? And different game style or different game whatever. Doesn't have to be this kind of game exactly, but the things that make this game good lore, respects Tolkien, fun. They do go out of the bounds for occasionally because of gameplay, which is important, I think. Like, it's still a game. Like, you need to respect Tolkien and the lore, but at the same time, it is a game, right? So you need to make it where it's still fun. But, like, the game is so fun because you can kind of, like, just explore little random corners of the world. Like, someone could play this game for 1,000 hours, and you still would have touched the surface of exploring every corner of the world. You may be able to get most of, like, the markers, but, like, every little spot. You know, a little corner around in this little building. You know, oh, look what's this little area behind this tree is back here in the north of the Misty Mountains. Like, that kind of thing. There's so much. Hopefully this is good filler. I'm trying to find the statue. I guess I could do one of our classic Baruch Hazard teleports to find it, but I'm pretty sure I'm close, except I just went in a circle. Yes, a circle indeed, precious. Gollum's pretty good in caves. Where's Gollum when I need it? Yes. At least his music is glorious. Gosh, the background music in this game is good. So now we're going to go into a loop if I go right here again, because we just did a loop. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, I can go... Okay, so I went in there. I'm thinking... The last statue... I could bring up the LOTRO wiki to make this a little faster. Let's see here. Let me also just tap delete a little bit here. See if I can find it, if it's underneath us or something. So that's where we came in, down there. Thinking there might be just a separate pathway. Alright, I'm gonna jump down for a second here. Can I jump down here? Doesn't look like it. They've got a safety railing for dwarves. Someone's gonna have to toss me. I'm just kidding. Hey, you! I feel like it's probably somewhere very prominent in this area because it is the statue of the Witch King, which is like the bad guy in Angmar, since these guys are like worshippers and followers of the dark arts. Oh no, wait, wrong fantasy world. Of the Witch King and his, I guess he does have dark arts though. He like necromancy and stuff, so he's not a very cool guy. Not to mention him and that one vampire queen lady did the whole disease on Middle-earth. That was horrible. Alright, so this is gonna bring me back up again. I may have to, just to kind of find an old bridge. I bet you it's gotta be just like straight through right here. Hey! Like, why are you in here? Adventurer? Never request a dwarven adventurer. I can go right, please. Actually summoned a frickin' undead ghost. See, that's the kind of stuff that's not cool. Alright, so I went up here before. This is where I went in the back. So, makes me think that this is not it because we found the one back here. Good thing we just blow these guys up. Makes it much easier. So there was definitely, we went here to get the one statue back here. And there is no other way out of here, correct? Let me just double check. So there's the statue we broke before. So I'm assuming I made a wrong turn up here. Because we went to the other room instead of... Alright, so that's where we went to go the other way. And over that bridge. There is this area over here. I'm curious. Or if there's an extra exit out somewhere. It's right at the beginning. I may go ahead and do a search because I don't want to turn this whole episode into just looking. So, I'm going to give you guys a little teleport real quick. Here we go. We'll be back in a quarter second. Baruch Kazad! Alright, guys. So, a couple more minutes of running around in circles. And I realized I finally found a spot. I looped here, and I didn't go left here, and I can see this is a new spot I haven't walked. So I'm assuming the last one is right here. So it's right around the edge. So again, we found one that was in here, one that was like over here, right? One's there, one was here. I'm assuming one is back over here. This lady's throwing evil spells at me. Hopefully, there it is, yes! Okay, so the Witch King one is on the second level. You go through here, you have to go up on the stairs, and then you have to weave back and go like this, and go across this bridge, and then go left here, and then you come into this little cavern, and this is where the last one is, okay? Where the other one is here, and the other one is here, okay? So for people playing this later, I do always tell people, if you want, I have a couple guide playlists for Lord of the Rings Online, but if you're someone who wants to like follow along this character and do similar things, you can do that, and I try to show you where things are even when I do skips like that. So there's a nice little statue of the Witch King, which I'm not going to stare at, and you be gone, evil darkness, yes, haha, victory is ours. But moving on. So, it feels good. Now, particularly, I looked up on the LOTRO wiki. It actually does not have the locations because this is an inside place, and unfortunately, inside places do not have coordinates. Sometimes they'll have a map. They'll show you the little icon on the map. This one does not. So I showed you where they were on the map. So you can pause that if you need to go back and look for yourself. But let's continue our story today. Elbarad, we have slain and destroyed all the statues by staring at them, and they exploded. I guess our good dwarven vibe was just too much for them.
Return now to Diavoon in Esteldine with my command.
You have completed what I started, Zollin, and I am grateful for that. You have my thanks, too, for bringing me word of Aragorn's need for the Dunedain. We will ride to him with all the haste that we can be mustered. Excuse me, that can be mustered, though whatever perils await. Return now to Dwarven. Oh, by the way, he said his name. Let's hear it.
Return now to Diavoon in Esteldine with my command.
Dwarven. Oh gosh, it's weird.
Return now to Diavoon in Esteldine with my command.
Diavoon. Diavoon? The R is like silent?
Return now to Diavoon in Esteldine with my command.
Diavoon. It's like almost silent.
Return now to Diavoon in Esteldine with my command.
Return now to Diavoon in Esteldine. He says Esteldine too. So I guess it's Dean. The end. It's like double E. Interesting. Esteldine. Well, maybe I'll try to start saying it like that, because if the voice actors are saying it that way in the game, it's probably how you're supposed to say it. To Esteldine. Oh, that's going to be really hard for me to get used to. With this command, he is to select as many rangers of the camp as he feels can be spared without jeopardizing the safety of the people of the North Downs. We ride to Aragorn, but I will not allow us to dismiss our responsibilities in Eriador. Yes, my lord, we're on our way. Let's go, guys. Let's go turn this quest in. Alright. Oh, it's now morning in the game. It's dawn. I was in there for so long looking for that. Well, you guys were able to get a quick little teleport of time there. I usually try to not teleport of time because I think it's fun to be a part of it. But if it's something like that where I start looking for something for a while, I like to wait. Oh, by the way, remember the Earthkin I was talking about that were good guys? These guys are not so good, but some of them are good. These are the Earthkin. They are not trolls. They are not Ents. They are the Earthkin. They are kind of like a giant people of giants. And they're not human giants. There are human giants. And also, look at that glorious view. Look at that. With the valleys in the distance there. Oh. And also, here's the scary statue in the daytime. Scary. It's getting all dark and spooky. So, okay, so Estelle as I say, din, but Esteldine is what he's calling it. Esteldine is in that little corridor behind these mountains. So there it is. I think this area is pretty. So a lot of the earth can live out here in this valley, and also so do these awesome things. The horned mantles here, wandering. I forget what their actual full name is. That's just the NPC's name, but they have an actual name. It's supposedly the creatures that Boromir gets his horn made from. So the Horn of Boromir, which I reviewed on the channel, I believe, in my collections playlist. I do review United Cutlery replicas. You can check that out sometime if you'd like. But that horn is supposedly made from the horn of one of those creatures. At least this is the LOTRO version of the creature. There are some other renditions and ideas in other games and artwork. Now the rain has started in the game, but see, I like this area. Again, those mountains are the border of the North Downs into Angmar. There's also, on that other side over there, there's a big cavernous area with drakes. A lot of evil drakes, but again, we're going to go back to the Hidden Valley here. It's not Rivendell, but basically where the Rangers live in Esteldine. Gosh, it's going to be... I like Esteldine. I just like saying Esteldine, but Esteldine, I'll say it. I'll say it. Sometimes you get stuck in your ways, whether they're good or bad. I did that in the past, if you remember in previous episodes with Aragian or Region. People said it differently. I finally settled with like Aragian, the area where the Holland Gate is, outside of, or basically where the Rings of Power were crafted in the history, outside of Moria. But I heard people say it all sorts of different ways, and then I heard some good sources say, you know, a region, and I was like, okay, well, we'll stick with that. Hope you all have a nice drink to relax, enjoy yourself. Back into the hidden ranger camps here in the mountainous lands. Isn't that cool? All their buildings. Also, I love this effect when the rain hits your camera. See that? It's like hitting your eyeballs, the rain effect. I think that's just so cool. I think it's a great addition. All those little things just make me admire this game, especially because at the time of me making this episode, the game is a much older game, but it just holds up as a very fun world. Very immersive. I love it. I love the art style of this game too. And a lot of the newer areas have updated visual graphics. Of course, they have updated some of these with bushes in certain areas, but some of the other ones even look better. But it's a neat looking place. It's cool. Again, we'll explore it sometime. Maybe I'll do a tour video of Esteldine.
I will do as Halbarad wishes.
I will do as Halbarad wishes. I do not wish to endanger the people of the North Downs by our absence. I will speak with the rest of my kin here in Esteldine. Other lands wait for your message. Sweet, I get some shoulder pads.
Bring your message next to Carlisle in Evendin.
I do not know whether he will wish to join the ranks of the Great Company on their southward journey, but Carlisle should be told of the mission all the same. He feels very strong bond the lands around the lake Evendim. And he called it Evendim, but I'm going to call it Evendim because I like that better. Evendim, and do the ruins of Anuminos, and may not be able to bring himself to leave. Bring him the message in this event. I misjudged his temperament. You will find him at Tenudir, the ranger camp on the shores of Lake Evendim. If he does join the company, he will be a valuable ally on the southern road. Alright, sweet, we're out of here. So, you would have probably done quests here and blah, blah, blah if you were someone that was doing, you know, leveling up and you were in this level area. But for my character, we're moving straight on to the next area. I just realized I'm missing one of my leaves. My leaves here. For my 16-year frame. What is it? I probably didn't open my box.
How can I be of service?
On this character. Oh, look at that. I can swift travel to it. Perfect. One of my favorite places we're going to right now. Oh, how exciting. Where is the yearly boss? Also, his shoulder's better than mine. They are, slightly. Wheel vitality. Oh, but it's raining, so everything's gonna be blurry. I'm gonna wear these, I think. We're here at the great land of Evendon. The Great Lake. And it's actually quite pretty beautiful. I love it on a sunny day because it's fun to see, but I do enjoy seeing this. This is very nice. Alright, so we're going to talk with him here. Get his quest going for this episode. Callinglad is what I call him. Lord Callinglad, it's Zollin Ironshield. I've got a message for you, sir.
I wondered if this day would come.
I wondered if this day would come. You say that Aragorn has need of the Dunedain. I wondered if this day would come. We have safeguarded Numinos and the lands around the Lake Evendon for so long now that it seemed we would do so forever. To be told thus that it comes to an end and we must travel into a distant land to the south, Callinglad gazes for a moment out at the clear waters of Lake Evendon. I will go with the great company. This is my duty, and I will not shy away from it. But first I want to save some of the relics of Numinos from being plundered. Agmarun still haunt the city, leaderless though they be, and in the past few weeks they have allied themselves with numerous tomb robbers to strip the city of any relics they can find. Let us recover such relics from one of the wards while still we can. Speak with me when you are ready to go. Alright, well that's what we'll do in the next episode of Voice of the Rings. Haha! I got some other players here online, and I'm playing at a really weird time of night. So, let him just go right here. Even though it's cloudy, it's still pretty to see this area. And also, look at that water. Alright, so you guys have a great day in Middle-earth. I just love this spot. I think it's gloriously pretty. And, yep, thanks for being here. Thank you to my wonderful Patreons for their support. It means the world. And if you guys ever have an inkling or have the means, you want to help pitch in a little bit, get some extra bonuses, appreciate it. But that's free to subscribe right there, and it means a lot. So don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, like the video. You're the best. Have a great day, Middle-earth. Next episode over there, and I got more stuff over there. Barukazad Kuzare menu. Stay happy, my friends, and I will see you in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings.